I just carried these two signs into the house that I bought with the information not working, no visible glass breaks. That seems to be correct so far. So let's have a check if we can get anything to light up in a few minutes. Hasseröder is a German beer. We have ruby red glass, 8mm, and emerald green, 10mm, so real color glass. And it has a cut-off power cord, so I'm just going to attach a cord and see what it does. Nothing happens, no sound. So now as the next step I'm going to free those electrode connections from the transformer and just quickly connect another transformer to see if it does anything then. And it looks like somebody has already been in there, because from this manufacturer there's usually a heat shrink tubing over the over this screw connector and then the sleeve above it, and there's no heat shrink here, so probably somebody has already tried. And the screws are not very tight either. So here's one. And this one is also unpacked. Okay, get that out of the way. And then I have a testing transformer here. Probably need an extension cable. And I'll plug it in. And that looks good. No noise, no crackling or anything. Let's see if the tubes feel a lot of buzzing. That could be a sign that they are close to their end of lifespan. But they all feel good, so that probably was just the transformer and the rest is fine, so it just needs a bit of cleanup. And it looks nice. Alright, that was quick. Let's see if we are equally successful at the Coca-Cola. Okay, I've already unscrewed the case and removed the grommet of the power cord. We have a lot of blockout paint fallen off inside this one. Okay. So the blockout paint is coming off of these tubes really easy, so I can re-dip them in my gray paint. And we have some discoloration on the cables here and on those electrode boots, so that could mean that it has either run very much hours or that there is something wrong with these tubes, so they have prematurely died and overheated the electrodes, and we're gonna find out. So again, I'm plugging this one in to see if anything happens. Nothing at all. Let's just turn the dimmer to the other side. Dimmer is on the other end. Nothing happening. So the same job as on the other side. I'm going to unpack the electrodes where the transformer wires come in. That feels really crispy. That's a pretty long tube. See, all this word is one tube. Let's see how the electrodes look. Not too bad. So there could be a lot of blackening or mirroring inside here, but there's just a little brownish ring. So that is a usual look after a few years from tubes that can well still be working. So this one is free. Let's put it back in. Okay, I'm just putting it back in so I don't break it. Here, some tube supports are already broken, or most of them. Okay, this is one transformer cord. Let's get this one out. And you see how much this clear PVC cable aged from the electrode heat. It's gone completely black. And the other wire goes here where we have a bit more heat traces. But the heat shrink tubing is still soft and cuttable. Careful surgery. And I even have this letter C as a spare part from another broken sign, so in case this letter would be bad, I could actually fix this as well. And the cable is somehow stuck in that boot, maybe because the wire is poking out and blocking me from getting off the tube. And this cable is probably just molten to the boot. That's a very difficult, very dangerous task here, with the risk of breaking the tube if I apply too much force, so if I slip off. And I've done that before. Yeah, so the cable was stuck to the boot, and the boot is brown and crisp, but again this electrode, yeah, well, it has a bit more of a brown ring than the other one, so it's difficult to say if this tube is still working within its fine properties. So let's just test that. Putting this one back here. And these wires aside. Like this. Okay. Okay. So we have this tube flashing and this doesn't do anything at all. So it's pretty sure that this one has leaked. So it has developed a tiny crack along a weld maybe, or in the electrode. So this word should be working fine. And then I can open here and connect the transformer here to see if the right word is doing okay. So let's hook the transformer up here to test the cola word. And that looks quite alright. Again, not much buzzing to feel here, so those tubes are probably fine from their technical properties. And this one must have a leak somewhere, so as the blockout paint is falling off anyway, I hope it's an easy fix, and then I'll give it new electrodes, give it to my processing guy and see if he can find another leak in it or if it was the electrodes. And then I can re-dip it and make this sign complete again. So now we can test this transformer that I have kept the wires on to see if it just didn't start because of the dead tube, but it should have shown some kind of flashing, I think, to try to start. So maybe it's dead anyway. And it's doing nothing. No, so the transformer is dead. Sometimes the sign is put away in storage when it doesn't work anymore, like the transformer is dead, and then through moving around and vibrating, another damage like a leak or a break occurs, but the initial cause of the sign being put away was that transformer. So that's it for the quick teardown today. Thanks for watching, see you soon.